My issue for the gender, culture, and language module has to do with the quality of education across different races. And by that I mean that minority races have less quality of education than a majority race, such as white. And so something that supports this is an article by thenation.com. It's called 14 Disturbing Stats About Racial Inequality in American Public Schools by Stephen Hasai. So the statistic basically mentions that black students were 3 times more likely to attend a school where fewer than 60% of the teachers were not licensed fully. And so that this evidence just tells us how blacks and even Latinos, it mentions, are vulnerable to getting teachers that aren't even fully licensed or certified. So they're getting a less quality education than, say, someone from Beverly Hills, or someone who's white. And there's another quote in that article that mentions that a quarter of schools with the highest percentage of black and Latinos did not offer Algebra 2. So that stat alone tells you how many Latinos and blacks are missing out on something as important as Algebra 2, which you need for many different majors in college, and you need in many different careers as well. And out of those schools, a third of them did not offer chemistry. So again, that's something that basically every school has to have. I don't even know how they don't have that. People that are attending those schools can't really pursue a career that they want to because they never really learned it. So it's much more difficult to pursue a career like that. And besides that, there's an article by David Brooks called Honor Code from the New York Times. And he mentions about a student that is a kid and he's very energetic, and I guess he isn't rewarded by the school because of his energy, and the school might think he causes trouble because he doesn't like to sit still, so they just label him as someone that they don't like. And because the school pushes him away, he eventually has his grades drop and he rebels against the school. And so I feel like this is also happening with blacks and Latinos in school, because since they aren't getting a quality education, they feel that they aren't cut out for something like math or a subject where the school isn't offering enough quality education for them. And they feel they aren't cut out for it, and eventually they rebel against the school and they end up with bad grades. So that's just something I found interesting from Honor Code by David Brooks. And I just want to say that this issue is very important and we should bring awareness to this issue. People shouldn't feel less than other people just because they aren't receiving a quality education like them. And at the end of the day, we should all feel the same, even if we're from a minority race. Also, I just want to add that if we don't bring awareness to this issue, eventually our country will just continue to plummet in education, because our minorities make up a lot of the population, and without them being educated like the majority, then we're gonna have a continuing drop in technology and in different sectors that affect us. So that was my issue, and thanks for listening. That's all I have to say about it.